Okie doke, just took my first bus. At the bus station now, getting ready to hit the next one. I was gonna go downtown today, cause school's almost out anyways. But I just had this, random thought. Why not go back to one more campus in particular? It's a campus I've worked pretty good. Been keeping track of how many books I put out there, and I've gotten quite a few books out there. But I just thought, you know what? I'm gonna go try it one more time before semester's out. I was gonna give it till next semester, but had a random thought to do it, so I'm gonna go there and see what happens. And we'll stay posted as we go along. Hare Krishna. Alrighty, so here so far, 3 Raja Vidyas have gone out, and really just reflecting, like I was discussing yesterday, how in the service we want to focus on other people, because Krishna's focusing on us. We don't need to focus on ourselves, take care of ourselves. And brief example, this shows us touching up how, for example, we got to cover our cost of books. We also got to be paying attention. Okay, the same thing when to let books out when people are having a difficult time doing so. So for yesterday, I had 2 or 3 people spontaneously say, okay, I want to give you a donation, but I don't want the book because someone's going to come along who wants the book and not give a donation. I'm like, okay, sure, and they give donations. So today, the first 2 books to go out on their own, the donations did not cover the cost of books, but both people were very, very intrigued. I was thinking in my mind, like, okay, this is why that person gave that donation yesterday. So because the amount of interest the person had to let the book go out, and Krishna provided the cost of the book. And I met this one other gentleman right now, just really sweetness, reflecting. I showed him, I've got my introduction to the books timed down to 43 seconds to the dot. I told him I could do that. And he goes, could you tell me more about it? So then I started going more into the Bhagavad Gita, how it discusses actually, theology, a bit more about how it discusses the difference between the soul and the body, a bit more touching on bhakti. And it was really nice that I could actually describe the book as it is. And he was very interested. And then he still took the Raja Vidya. So just appreciating, reflecting on that point, that when we focus on others in the service, Krishna will take care of focusing on us, making sure we're taken care of. And just there's a lot of bliss in distributing hardbound books. When you can tell someone you're distributing a hardback sewn binding book, it's going to last a long time. There's a lot of joy when that book goes out. Hare Krishna. Krishna, so about to go catch the light rail to another campus in downtown area. Been slow and steady here though. Had some nice experiences. Really appreciating how we have all these books on krishnapath.org. While there's still, and even I bring up to people, okay, we got the books on PDF too, online if you're not able to give a donation for whatever reason. Well, there's still that, special power of getting books in hardback, sewn binding. You can read it in these situations, always preserve it. It's nice to have access. I'm just talking to this gentleman. I saw him meditating, and he absolutely couldn't. He wanted to, but he couldn't give a donation. So I went to krishnapath.org, and he opened up the download page, and I told him if you only read 4 books, I showed him Bhagavad Gita, I showed him Krishna book, and I showed him Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. And I said, any point, there's also Nectar Devotion. But I said, basically, the order to read it in is Bhagavad Gita, Krishna book, Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, and at your own discretion, Nectar Devotion. And it was very blissful, because he opened up and he took my email, said he'd write me. But these interactions are very blissful, getting people to read the books in any way, shape, or form. Because when they read them, it's just so nice. Hare Krishna. Getting this realization as I go along, because hitting another slow streak, and I'm thinking, okay, so for sustainability, how am I going to maintain myself if I hit a streak where people don't take books? It's nice to think, okay, Krishna's testing me, and after 6 hours, people will start taking books. But I gotta think, okay, what's a sustainable thought process that will keep me going if that doesn't happen? I go a whole day where no one takes books, and another thing happens like that. I was thinking, okay, well, I know I can really focus on that number 1 key rule, that everyone has a positive impression. If I speak to, 20 people in an hour, and no one takes a book, and I get 20 people an hour on a slow part, and 10 hours of that everyone's saying no. If I smile at each person, and better yet, get them to hold the book, see the cover of the Bhagavad Gita, that's a positive impression. That's something they meet with someone distributing books. They're more likely to at least view it favorably, hear the words Hare Krishna, take the books. And this is our goal. This is actually why Hare Krishnas in the 60s and 70s are so well known. Because everybody was going out, and most of the time, hopefully, there were some issues here and there, people gave a positive impression. So I just met this man who's like 70 or 80 years old, and he flipped through the Bhagavad Gita, very interested, decided not to take it, but he was very intrigued and had a positive impression. So I'm going to go forward with that mentality, hitting a slow streak. Everyone's saying no so far, but I'm with that impression. Give people a positive impression, and then I can feel like I'm doing something, nice service. I appreciate I'm doing a nice service, even though Krishna is not allowing the books to go out. Hare Krishna. Alrighty, so far it seems to be working. A lot of positive impressions, I think. And more book has just gone out. I had a nice experience. One guy who got a book from me yesterday, I just ran into him. He got a hardbound Rajavidya. He came to me and said, "Dude, I'm 2/3 through that book." I'm like, "Really?" And that's part of the bliss. Just people read the books. Alrighty, pumping right along. Just met a lady. She got the original Pocket Gita. She's like, "Oh, I got this," and she got the original Pocket Gita in California from somebody. So maybe it was Prahlad or Babu or someone else doing books down there, and it was just a really sweet conversation because it started with her asking, "Do you meditate?" So I'm thinking about japa. So I go, "Yeah, 2 hours a day," and she goes, "Oh, that's that's hardcore. That's jumping off in the deep end." I said, "You want to talk about jumping off in the deep end? We're doing a marathon this month, so I'm doing 10 hours a day." And we just such a sweet conversation. She didn't take another Bhagavad Gita. She wanted to, but she wasn't able to. She checked and she wasn't able to. But she said, just give a lot of positivity. And it's so nice to meet people who already have these books, who appreciate them. And we're like, okay, yes, like even if you go through 15, 20 people, we're like, no, 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 no. Then we meet that one person who got the book and they're still happy for it. And it's like, yes. And yeah, today no Bhagavad Gita's have gone out, but a lot of hardback Raja videos have been starting to flow out in the past hour and a half, 2 hours. Hare Krishna. Okay. I just hit that moment I got a yawn. This is hardcore stuff. Okay, so $3.70 goes into the jar for this. It should be $3.72 every day for 30 days. One day I put in $4 because I didn't have any change. So I'm bouncing out today and putting in $3.70. So 1, 2, 3. And again, the point is to show that getting a case of books can be very, very simple and easy and practical to do if one simply puts in $3.72 or any amount, but for example, $3.72 into a jar every day for 1 month. 5, 10, 15, 20, plus 2 quarters, 7. At the end of the month, this is going to be purchase and shipping of a large case of hardback books. Okay, now time for sleep so we can do more service. Jai Shri Prabhupada.